Recently, I've had a long dormant passion reignited in me for fighting games, specifically for Street Fighter V. Though the game came out in 2016, for some reason in 2021, here I am just picking it up. And I decided I wanted a fight stick to go along with it because I really wanted that arcade feel, like in the days of Street Fighter 2. So I did a bunch of research. I looked for what was popular, what people were using, what was easy to customize. And because I'm an idiot, I decided to buy the most expensive one, the Victrix ProFS. This is actually the second revision of the ProFS, adding a PlayStation-compatible touchpad, changing the layout of the buttons on the top of the body, and adding a powder-coated finish. The fight stick is compatible with the PS4, PS5, and the PC. So let's be clear here. This is a high-end fight stick. And its price reflects that. It's $350. That's right. This costs $350. That's a lot. For $350, you could buy a $200 fight stick like the Kwamba Obsidian or the Hori Fighting Edge, and then spend $150 on games. Or you could buy 87.5% of a PlayStation 5. Or you could pay your car payment. Whatever, I didn't do any of those things. I bought a Victrix, and today I'm going to review it. I ordered mine from Victrix themselves, but they are currently available on Amazon as well. FedEx had clearly not cared for the arcade stick as much as I planned to, but the stick came in its retail packaging box and a shipping box to protect that, and thankfully everything survived the journey intact. Befitting the premium price of the stick, the unboxing of it feels very high-end as well. Included is the stick itself, the link to a quick-release style joystick shaft with a ball top, a spare Sanwa Denshi shaft and ball top, a 3-meter braided USB-C to A cable, a silicone dust cap to cover the quick-release mechanism of the lever, a thin cotton travel sleeve, an Allen wrench, and the coffee table book-style user manual. Yeah, it's $350. The fight stick itself is constructed using an extruded aluminum unibody and feels very solid with no flex or rough edges. It's rounded on the front and the back and has an angled wrist rest. The aluminum body of mine was powder coated, which is different from the brushed aluminum finish shown on the Victrix website. Having seen reports from users of the brushed aluminum finish wearing off prematurely, I am glad to see this change, but Victrix should probably update their website to reflect it. The buttons that come pre-installed are black Sanwa OBSF snap-in 30mm units that are standard for joysticks above $100 or so, and are easily swapped out if one fails or if you prefer a different style or brand of button. The lever is a Sanwa JLF that also includes the fun party trick of having a custom Link 2 quick release. This allows you to pull up on the shaft itself to release it from the body of the fight stick and makes it very easy to travel with the fight stick without damaging it or to store it in a drawer or cabinet where it just wouldn't fit otherwise. This does cause an issue with the ball top though, because in order to have enough room for the outer sleeve of the quick release mechanism to have enough room to travel upward, Victrix used a custom ball top with a recessed area on the bottom. This means you can't just replace it with other Sanwa JLF compatible grips with different colors and shapes. Also, Victrix doesn't sell replacement Link 2 shafts or ball tops on their store, so if they're damaged or they get lost, you're gonna need to look for another solution. Luckily, the Link 2 is fully compatible with the FreakMod's Link EX, which does allow you to use standard Sanwa JLF compatible ball or bat tops. So if you lose or damage your original, or you just want to customize your Victrix, you can pick up one of these, but they do retail for just under $30. Along the top, there is a row of buttons lit with RGB LEDs. A PlayStation button, share button, lighting button, audio button, touchpad, X button, used for programming or activating tournament lockout mode, one Pro button that defaults to L3, and an options button. Lighting is controlled by tapping the lighting button to switch between modes. Options include static, pulsing, a cycling rainbow effect, reactive, which lights up on button or lever inputs, white, and off. In static and reactive modes, the color of the lights can be adjusted by holding down the lighting button and pressing left or right on the lever. The X button is kind of this multi-function button that can be used to map the lever to the left or the right analog stick or to the D-pad. It also functions as a tournament lockout button so you don't pause the game during a match, and to remap the Pro button. The Pro button is default set up to be the L3 button and is obviously programmable. But I was unable to find a way to program it to be R3, so if you need that in your game, you may be out of luck. I would have loved to see more programmable buttons and a way to press R3, like at all. On the back of the Victrix, facing away from the player, are two removable die-cast metal posts and a USB-C port. The posts can be used to wrap the cable around for storage or transport, or to attach a shoulder strap for carrying the stick. Replacements are listed on the Victrix store, so if you break one, you can easily replace it. The USB-C port is great to see as it is a standard plug, so if your cable wears out or you lose it, you can replace it really easily. Replacements are listed on the Victrix store, but you can use any USB-C cable with the fight stick. On the front of the stick facing the player is a 3.5mm audio jack for plugging in a headset. Volume can be controlled by holding down the audio button and pressing the lever up and down. Double tapping the audio will mute and unmute the microphone. The sides are recessed and have a glossy plastic insert and programmable RGB lighting inside, as well as cutouts for handles on the bottom. The bottom has large silicone pads on the sides and a foam pad covering the middle door area. This combination kept the fight stick secure and in place no matter how hard I wiggled my stick. The next really cool trick on the Victrix is this door. Easy access to the internals of the joystick and storage for your lever, a dust cover, and an Allen wrench used to remove the ball from the shaft. This door is easily one of my favorite features of the ProFS. Easy access to swap out buttons or mod the lever makes the fight stick a joy to customize. The wiring inside is all neatly laid out with custom sleeve cables, and the wire for the button is easily popped out to get it out of your way. The replacements for these buttons can be purchased from Victrix as well. The whole setup really does encourage you to get in and swap out buttons immediately. The lever is kind of a different story. The plastic surrounding the standard Sanwa Denshi JLF lever is raised and clearance below the lever is limited, so you'll really have to be careful to research compatibility if you want to swap it out for another brand or style. It is easy to replace it if it fails though. So what do I think of this stick? Well, I really like it. Ergonomically, it's very comfortable playing in my lap or on a desk. The angled front allows my wrists to sit at a much more natural angle, especially on the right action button side. I love the bottom access panel and how easy it is to replace buttons or to modify the stick. I do wish that it was a little bit bigger inside to accommodate levers from other brands and possibly a compartment for storing the USB cable. I also really love the USB-C port. Other cheaper sticks often have proprietary cables that aren't easily replaced or non-removable cables. USB-C is an awesome solution because it's quick and easy to plug and unplug and easily replaced if it wears out. I also really like the Link 2 quick release joystick, or more accurately the fact that I can easily swap it out with a FreakMod EX for customization options. So I guess I don't like the Link 2. I don't know, I just like that I can put a FreakMods on there very easily. I'm not sure about the buttons near the back of the stick. I wish there were more programmable buttons, and the fact that there is seemingly no way to program an R3 button could be a pain. Overall though, the Victrix ProFS really does exude quality and craftsmanship through and through. It feels high-end because it is high-end. Functionally, it doesn't do anything that a cheaper fight stick can't do at half the price, but the Victrix adds a bit of luxury to the mix. Premium materials, thoughtful engineering, and a bit of flair somehow make a $350 fight stick somehow feel worth it.